Drop it, man. I'm just doing this live stream right now because that I'm back in full effect doing this live stream because I've been gone for a minute. Yes, I've seen Tyson Fury dominate the putty patroller, Pinata. Fuck his name. I don't give a fuck. He's a putty patroller. He gets no respect over here. The only respect he gets is his punk ass went into a boxing ring and got dominated. And that's just to keep me from calling these motherfuckers a bomb. So you're not a bum if you get money for being a putty patroller. So it is what it is. So uh, anyway, I'm back on track, live and direct at full effect. So you know what I'm saying. I just been doing a lot of fucking working, and probably gonna do the same shit this week. So for me, I've worked how many consecutive days? It's 9 consecutive days, and the only break I'm going to have is Labor Day weekend, hopefully. So it is what it is. Who's in this motherfucking chat room? I know who it is. It's either Zeke or one of these members of the LDBC, and shout out to y'all brothers, man. So I ain't been gone that long. It's just work schedule. So normally I do at least one video a day, and work got me so motherfucking tired. I can't even do a video a day up in this motherfucker. So it is what it is. Shout out to World Breaker Fighting. Shout out to Beverly Rose, Coach Sheldon Harrison, no comparison. Shout out to my boy Zeke. Shout out to Dante's Boxing. Shout out to all y'all people, man. But no, I ain't been gone that long. I just, just been fucking tired. God damn it. I've been in some of y'all comment sections, but boy, when I go back home, you know, yeah. So it is what it is. Who's this in the comment section? Yeah, so it is what it is, man. But I be keeping up with everything. The biggest fight in boxing right now is Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I got Deontay Wilder by eighth round stoppage right now. I may repredict and say get it a little bit sooner, but I think Tyson Fury could outbox Deontay Wilder, and if he ain't, it's gonna end a little bit sooner. And Tyson Fury talking about he's punches from taking punches for big guys, but you ain't take a punch from the Bronze Bomber, and they don't call him the Bronze Bomber for nothing. And yeah, I saw you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw you. I see you. What's popping and what's dropping, Craig Smith? If anybody else in the chat room, because I don't always see everybody in the chat room, go sub to my brother Craig Smith, man. He's a very good guy. He's on top of his sporting game, uh, and all that other good shit. So, if y'all listening to the playback or currently in the chat room, subscribe to my boy Craig Smith, man. He really got some beautiful knowledge in basketball, football, and whatever sport you're trying to figure out. So it is what it is with brother Craig Smith. He's a good guy. But yeah, man, I'm ready for this big fight, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and I can't wait till they announce the location. Hopefully, affordable enough for me to go out there in that bitch. So it is what it is. I haven't been really keeping up with football that much. Keep up with college because of course I have a relative who's in college that plays college football. You know, if you make the pro, cool. If not, I'm glad he not on the I'm glad he not in the plantation with those motherfuckers. So I can take it or leave it. But I'm definitely will support him if he does make it to the league. That's the who else in this motherfucker? I saw Craig Smith. I know somebody else in this motherfucker. Who else in this motherfucker? But yeah, my supervisor is taking over the weekend duties, so I'll probably do another 7 day. Yeah, yeah, that's the only thing. So Hopefully, man. Yeah. But yeah, I started to go to the store. What was that, Sunday night? And my ass fell straight to sleep. Michigan need to do something. Uh, for Harbaugh need to do something. I wouldn't say Michigan, but Harbaugh need to do something so he can keep his job. Because if he don't win the Big Ten title, I'm 99. Well, I ain't gonna say 99. I'm about 90% sure they're gonna fire him. Because Michigan, in order to be a good coach, in order to stay at Michigan, you gotta win the Big Ten. That's a mandatory thing. That's the reason why Lloyd Carr. They got Lloyd Carr, especially those losses to Ohio State, which ultimately expected at some fucking point though, because Ohio State, historically speaking, have all of should be expected at some fucking point. Ohio State, especially against Woody Hayes and Schembechler. The thing about Schembechler is he would dominate the Big 12, Big 10, excuse me, the Big 10. And that motherfucker always like he was 5 and fucking 12 in the Rose Bowl and all bowl games, some shit like that. I mean, he would just run through the fucking Big 10. And then get to the Rose Bowl, he get his ass kicked against Washington, get his ass kicked against fucking USC. He got his ass kicked against Stanford, I think it is. He got his ass kicked against some every fucking body. Yeah, so it is what it is with that shit right there. Yeah, he has to win the Big Ten. Otherwise, they're gonna be looking for another coach. And I wish Michigan fans would stop being on that bullshit. But it's their school. If they want to keep doing coaching searches, that's their problem, not mine. But he has to win the Big Ten this year. There is just no option, especially if Ohio State end up firing Urban Meyer, which I don't see. I don't think that's a justified reason to fire Urban Meyer, but who knows? I like Urban Meyer because he's a quarterback friendly coach, though. That's what I'll say. Especially the mobile quarterback. He's very quarterback friendly and takes a chance to fuck up. That's what I like about Urban Meyer. But if they fire Urban Meyer, Harbaugh ass better win the Big Ten. No disputes about that. So it is what it is, man. Oh, and by the way, man, uh, if y'all ain't doing shit, well, I ain't gonna even say it like that. Tune into the Smoke City Mobcast over on YouTube. Uh, just type in the Smoke City Mobcast, and it'll be a good show. I hope not. You know, I like Urban Meyer. I actually like Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is a good coach. He's a assistant coach friendly type coach, believe it or not. I disagree with that. I respectfully disagree with that. Offensive handicapper, I have to respectfully disagree. It depends on who he's playing against. I don't think he's offensively handicapped. That's just my opinion, though. His offense is one of the in the league. I don't think he handicaps him. And then for him to be the first Ohio State to beat Alabama. That's a hell of a fucking accomplishment on his end because Ohio State, I think, was pretty 5 against Alabama, some shit like that. They had a fucking losing streak against Alabama. They lost quite a few games. I don't have that sheet with me right now, but they were getting their ass kicked against Alabama. I know that. So, and then what I like about Urban Meyer, he's a good recruiter, and Ohio State has enabled him to be a good recruiter because he's stolen a lot of talent down south, especially in Florida. It's a lot of dudes out in Florida have been able to, and he's not only that, he's been able to get to top talent out in Ohio in some of those other Midwestern. So he recruits in the South and in the Midwest. That's one good thing about Urban Meyer. That's the reason why Michigan hasn't been able to compete with that. Because when Michigan was on top of their game, I'm talking about the prime Michigan teams, the Lloyd Carr, the Gary Mullers, and those guys. Okay. Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's a good argument right there. Now he did. Okay, I totally agree with that. He did a handicap versus Michigan State because you got to think about it. His system works against certain teams, but uh, like his last years at Florida, when he played Alabama with that shit, a few times that he lost to him, he does tend to do that. You know, but with Urban Meyer though, Michigan's gonna have to get back to what they were doing by recruiting, going to the South and recruiting, stealing some Florida guys, stealing some Georgia guys, stealing some Southern talent. I know they recruited the guy out of what was that school in Memphis, Lausanne. They recruited the running back out of Lausanne. And that's the downside about the read option sometimes is sometimes his or at least his version, well the read option. Sometimes you get too comfortable with one one way of beating a team. Sometimes when you get your running game gets going, you get comfortable just doing that, and sometimes it can be too predictable. And sometimes you try to pass the ball too much, and then you get too comfortable passing the ball, or you try to do something else. So it is what it is. So, but yeah, man, I was just coming on this motherfucker, man, to get back in touch with my people. And again, go subscribe to the Smoke City Mobcast as well as watch it. I think it's in a few minutes, by the way. So, yeah, 10 minutes. I mean, less than 10 minutes. So, I'm finna go and take my ass up off here and troll everybody. Ohio State is 5-11 all time against the SEC. Yeah, uh, because in most cases, what's popping and what's dropping, Mike James boxing. What's popping and what's dropping, brother. Much respect to you, brother. Salute. I in I'm assuming you talking about on the field, 5-11 on the field, because one of those losses were vacated, so that would make them 4-12. But one of the reasons why is because for years Ohio State they would have years where they didn't recruit so well. So what ended up happening was they were just fucking slower than a lot of those teams for so many fucking years. That was the issue was they didn't been able to recruit guys in the South. You know, Jim Tressel did a good job, and Urban Meyer did a good job. But guys like the guys that was before them, they didn't do a lot of recruiting in the South like they should have, or they were just isolated to the state of Ohio. So that's the reason why that they're 5-11 against the SEC, because they're too. A lot of times those teams were too fucking slow for the SEC, because with the SEC you got good coaching and you got good talent all in one in the SEC, especially with Alabama, especially with LSU back in the day before Les Miles lost all his miles. Before Philip Fulmer started digressing, before a lot of those teams started digressing, uh, those teams were well fast. Hook'em gonna be the surprise team. Right. I bet. Longhorns. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I definitely can see that. Longhorns. I definitely can see that. Because they take all the fucking talent out of the state of state of Texas. Shit. Yeah, they recruit on both sides of the both sides of the state. Whereas Houston got to rely on local talent. A&M got to rely on local talent. So they're fighting for talent, man. So it is what it is. But yeah, Longhorns should do something this year. You know, they should definitely do something this year. They need to start back to playing A&M again. I miss that little rivalry, A&M Texas rivalry. They've been playing since the 1800s, and they uh they uh they left the rivalry hanging. It can happen. I'll say that with the team they got, it can happen. I'll say that. I don't doubt it. But they do need to give their coaches some time to rebuild, of course, with their impatient asses. So it is what it is, man. I'm gonna go and get out this phone and look at the Smoke City. Yeah, he's on the hot seat, especially if he can't do shit. If he don't do shit in Austin, he's gonna be his ass is gonna be hot. I said that, and he better do something, because it's putting up or shut up. Texas fans do not like being mediocre. That's one thing about Texas fans. They're not mediocre. They don't believe in being mediocre. Because against the Aggies, you're competing against Oklahoma schools for talent. You're competing against the Kansas school for talent. You're competing against other Pac-12 for talent. You think Fred's gonna be on the City Mountcast? Yeah, man. And on a side note too, Mike Boxing, I agree. But on a side note, Mike James, man, don't get on Fred too much, man. Unless he starts shuffling the feet, man. You know, I got a lot of respect for Fred. I just don't agree with that merit talking about we need to look at it from the fighter's point of view. And I will address that as well. You know, Fred, that wasn't a good thing to say. And this is your boy live and direct, man. It wasn't a good thing to say, Fred, man. And you gonna have to eat your crow. Matter of fact, you better fry that hoe. Eat your crow and fry that hoe for saying some crazy ass shit like that. You know, I love you, Fred. You know, you expose golden shower or golden spatula, whatever y'all want to call this motherfucker. And I respect Fred, but boy, he's got too big of a reputation on the line to allow himself to be pulled into K Diddy, the hunt for the red Kango Porter up in this bitch. I agree. If they beat Oklahoma, that's gonna be a motherfucker. But Speaking of Fred boxing, before I get off barbershop conversation, uh, the hunt for the Red Kango, Kenny Porter, uh, you know, you can't be riding people like that. You can't be co-signing people like that. I know it's important to build relationships with people and stuff like that, but you can't be co-signing fuckery. And I just hope it don't escalate. By the way, also on the side note, I just hope it don't escalate because I know Ticket TV can be passionate. I'm not gonna say emotional, but I know he can be passionate. You know, but I just hope it don't escalate. I hope it just sticks to debating, and I hope it don't turn into some real smoke because that won't be the business. But what I will say is Fred picked a poor, made a bad decision by co-signing uh, Kenny Hunt for the Red Kango Porter. You can't be doing that, you know. And I respect all you guys on the LDBC. Some people look at me as a member of the LDBC, and if you do, hey, I'm very honored for that. I'm very honored to that, you know. But I just hope it don't escalate. That's all. Sticks to debating, nothing more, nothing less, and we can respect each other at the end of the day because I respect what y'all do out there in the LDBC. Real talk. With that being said, I'm finna go on and watch the Smoke City Mobcast, and y'all come over and look at that shit, and I'm finna go and watch the Smoke City Mobcast. So it is what it is. Once again, it's your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how I do.